Hey guys, how's it going? Johnny Chates here. First up, before we begin this video of my predictions for tonight's Survivor Series, just want to apologize for the abrupt halt to Wrestling Month here on the channel. We will pick it up as soon as humanly possible. Things have happened here that I'm not going to get into full detail of. They're kind of personal, but they have led to us kind of putting Wrestling Month on a hiatus. The final part for the SmackDown retrospective is kind of still in the scripting phase, so that's going to be unfortunately delayed. I won't have it out tomorrow, like I've been consistently doing. I just hope you guys understand is that stuff happened here that we kind of have to focus on. When personal stuff happens, you really can't focus too much on YouTube. I mean, I praise those that YouTube their full job and they can handle their personal life and still be able to make great content and provide for themselves and their families. Unfortunately, I'm not in that boat, so I can't really devote all my time to YouTube and getting those videos out when stuff like what's been happening here happens. So, apologize. I'm not going to go into more detail because, like I said, it is a personal thing, but I hope you guys understand that that's the reason why we didn't get any more LPs out. But I will be producing some content wrestling related to kind of fill in the gap of Wrestling Month because we had like 4 days where we didn't have any content, and we'll probably have like another few days where we won't have any other content, but we're working on something, so hang tight. We will get through this, but Wrestling Month may be edged into December, as well as the Achievement Horror video for WWE 2K15, because that has taken me quite a while to finish. Not only that, thanks to Microsoft giving us Sunset Overdrive for 24-hour use, I just put everything on hold and started playing that and had a really good time with it, and actually considering picking it up once it's reduced in price, because here in Canada games are still $70 before taxes, so I can't really drop all that money on new games now. And one of the places I used to rent from, the reason I say used to is because it doesn't pick up new games anymore. It's not a viable market for them. And the other place that rents video games now are asking for next-gen games to put a $50 deposit down on the game before you can rent it. It's a little stupid, but what you can do is a mom-and-pop shop, I think. Anyway, that's short explanation done. Let's go into predictions. So, first off, for the pre-show, Bad News Barrett is back. Well, I don't think he's cleared to compete yet, but they're gonna have him on and do his, get on the podium and say, "I've got some bad news." Apparently, Paul Heyman will be on the pre-show as well, probably to say, I'm the advocate for the 1 and the 21-1. The guy hasn't been on television in 2 months, but is still somehow WWE champion. Where remember that 30-day rule? I guess it doesn't apply to Brock Lesnar. Didn't apply to Trish Stratus, too. She had the belt and she went away on injury and she came back. So we just didn't have a women's title for a while. Now, it's saying that the new and improved Fandango will be making his return to WWE against question mark. So we don't know. I don't consider pre-shows to be part of the overall show. Now, here's the thing. There are 4 or 6 matches, 6 official matches announced. It's like, oh god, like this really was like what someone was calling this pay-per-views now are not really pay-per-views because they're on the network. They'll still make fun of you for paying full price for the show, but these aren't pay-per-views anymore. This is pretty much Sunday Night Raw. 6 shows. Like, honestly, if you guys don't get this on the network or get an illegal stream of it, you're wasting. Honestly, looking at this card, you're wasting your money. But anyway, let me give you my predictions. And I'm actually going to write these down as well, so that if I remember them, I will actually get them right. So, first off, which will probably be the piss break, the WWE Divas Championship is on the line. AJ Lee defending against Nikki Bella with Brie Bella in her corner. Now, here's the thing. I have not been following, unfortunately, I have not been able to see all programming of Raw. Actually, the only thing I actually make it a point to sit down and watch is NXT, because that's a better show in my opinion. Except when they get, and I'll talk about this in a separate video, but there's 2 guys there that are the squash guys, and I absolutely hate them. So, Anyway, but it seems to me like from the results I'm reading, other than the one screw job here on Naomi, Brie doesn't seem to be doing everything Nikki is asking her to do. So it just kind of seems like, remember that she's supposed to be her bitch or assistant for 30 days? Is that up yet? I don't know. I think they've pretty much abandoned it. For the Divas title, I predict Nikki to win because Nikki and Brie need to fight over something else other than, you know, wishing death upon them in the womb. They need a belt. They need that prop. Now, the rumors are going around that AJ Lee possibly maybe leaving WWE to, you know, do some other things. And this is the thing. I always find it funny how all these people say like, "Oh, it's been my dream to be a wrestler," and then they get in for 4 years and they're just like, "Okay, I'm done," and then they go off and then do stuff. I know the shelf life of a diva is like significantly lower than a male superstar, because there's really not much more you can do with someone after they win the belt. That's why Gail Kim didn't work out too well in WWE. She won the belt her first night in, and it was just like, okay, you're done. So yeah, I predict Nikki to win because they need Brie and her to fight over something. Now, if they do, this will totally go against the rumors that Vince does not want anyone on Total Divas to be Divas champion because the shows that they film and edit are 4 months behind. I mean, we're at Survivor Series right now. This is November, and we even haven't shown August SummerSlam, the heel turn. So we're still way behind that. Plus, they're adding Paige and Alicia Fox to the mix. So that just leads to me the question, too, like for after Total Divas, who's going to host with Renee Young since Alicia Fox will be on the show? Because I think the only divas that are not on Total Divas now are like Tamina Snuka because she's still injured, AJ, and Emma. Oh, and Layla. Those are like four girls that are not on the show. So all 4 of them can fight for the belt. But I'm pretty sure they'll add Charlotte and Bayley when they get called up. Although it's hard to say which one will be called up first. Will it be Charlotte, Ric Flair's daughter? Will it be Bayley? Will it be Sasha Banks? Becky Lynch has got to be there for a little bit longer. But yeah, like I say, I follow NXT way more than I do Raw and SmackDown now. So yeah, Nikki will win. Now on the list here again, like man, these are all piss breaks. A 4-on-1 or 4-on-4, 4-on-1, 4-on-4 tag team elimination match. Team Natalya versus Team Paige, and basically, this doesn't make any sense. Like this is just like okay, let's give the other girls something to do. Like like this one. Okay, Team Natalya because it'd be nice to have a face to win. But I'm reading this off of WrestleZone.com, and it doesn't even list the participants. Because I think it's like Natalya. I'm just going to guess. So like Natalya, Naomi, maybe Emma. Who's another face diva? Oh, Jesus. Rosa Mendez, maybe? And Team Paige is probably Paige, Summer Rae, Cameron, and Alicia Fox. Team Natalya will win. I don't care. This will be a piss break. A fatal 4-way tag team championship match. The Dust Brothers, Goldust and Stardust versus the Usos versus Los Matadores versus Miz and Mizdow. For the tag belt, I am going to say Dust Brothers retain. I would love it for Miz and Mizdow to win it, but I don't foresee that happening because they're trying to make tension because people like they're catching on that people are marking out for Damian Sandow being Mizdow and like mimicking everything Miz does. So there's going to be that tension. It's just be like he's going to be like, yes, I am your stunt double, but can I be more? And then he's just like, boom, no, you're my stunt double. I am the Miz. I am awesome. And then it'll lead to a little mini feud, and hopefully you'll get Sandow doing something. But yeah, I predict Dust Brothers will retain the titles. They're going to have a lengthy title run, I think, until the eventual... I think once the Dust Brothers lose the belts, Cody will go nuts and straight out heel turn, super heel turn, because they're already heels. But heel turn on Goldust and just be like, it's like, I put on that stupid makeup, I put on these stupid contacts and this jumpsuit, and we still lose the belt? We're not going to be champions forever? Cosmic Keys? Bullshit. And then that's going to lead to Cody versus Goldust at WrestleMania, and then Goldust can finally retire. This run right now, even though he's not doing like the super bizarre stuff, this is probably Dustin Runnels' best run as far as like in-ring competition. Like, he is just killing it, and I'm really impressed with them. Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. With the build-up at Hell in a Cell, there's no way this is going to be a one-off thing, and I'm going to go with Bray on this one, just so that they can continue the feud. But Dean's got to get out of this feud soon, though, because anything with Wyatt, Wyatt's a good guy. I like his promos, and he's creepy. He's got a good persona and a good gimmick, but it's just his feud seemed to go nowhere. So yeah, okay, I'm going with Bray on this one. Okay, and now the main event, the traditional 5-on-5 elimination tag team match. This one has been a clusterfuck of a booking. You're putting guys in, you're taking guys out, you're adding this stipulation, you take this guy out to put this guy in, you added this new stipulation now on SmackDown that nobody watches. This has been probably one of the most poorly booked Survivor Series in recent memory. I can't even remember the last good one. Maybe 2002 with Brock and Big Show, and then the first ever Elimination Chamber. So we got Team Cena, which is now officially, it's Cena, Ryback, Big Show, Dolph Ziggler, and for some fucked up reason, Eric Rowan. It was Sheamus, but apparently he got legit injured again and is out. They did have Swagger in at one point, but then he got taken out, and he's like, he's not medically competing. He's officially off your team. And then he wrestles 5 days later on Raw. Common sense, people. Rumor was, though, that Zack Ryder was going to be part of a team, because if there's no better, life imitating art than Zack Ryder being put down and held down for the last year, not being allowed to do anything, this would have been the perfect opportunity for him to rise up. Maybe with a new persona, just like this, it's like, I'm mad as hell and I'm not taking it anymore, instead of, the fist bumping thing. But apparently he tore his rotator cuff, he's got a shoulder injury, and he's out for indeterminate amount of time because he keeps posting up YouTube videos about his recovery, so I'll have to wait and see. And it's versus Team Authority, which is comprised of Seth Rollins, Mark Henry, Luke Harper, Rusev, and Corporate Kane. Really, you couldn't fit Cesaro in anywhere. I know he said, I'm sick of Cena and Orton. He's with the fans. I mean, you got to punish him, but come on. He's doing nothing with him. Maybe he's in the pre-show against Fandango. Maybe he'll kill him in 2 seconds. It's like, new and improved Fandango. He comes in, European uppercut, neutralizer, 1, 2, 3, done. So here's the stipulation, and this was added in by Vince McMahon, triumphantly returning, and said, if Team Authority loses, they are fired. But then Triple H comes out and says, if Team Cena... Okay, before we go into the second stipulation, Vince pretty much spoiled the match to say, if Team Authority loses, they lose power. That right there told you that Team Authority's winning. Because there's no way that they would put that stipulation in and then 3 weeks in and then have them lose. So it was thinking that, okay, so Cena's losing, Team Authority's going to still be in power, and that's going to continue the feud with John Cena. Well, John Cena's just going to move on with Brock Lesnar, because he's going to be back soon. Probably not until the Rumble, but they've got to bring him back soon, because he's got to keep calling him out, because it's just like, look, you're just sitting at home on your ass, you're not defending your title, you're not a true champion. And then maybe even a little bit of life imitating art, because there's stories going on the internet that Brock Lesnar is in talks with Dana White to return to UFC following WrestleMania 31. Of course, I would do the Ole Anderson thing. Here's the quick story. When Flair left WWE, he lost a loser leaves Raw match against Perfect, and that was his final night in the company. And then he went back to WCW, and he had like a pretty good lucrative deal or whatever. And Ole Anderson, who was running at the time, looked at Flair and he's just like, yeah, but you know that deal that Bill offered you? But how am I supposed to take you seriously when you lost to Kurt Hennig on Raw in 5 minutes? And he's just like, you motherfucker. That's what I've been like with Dana White and Brock Lesnar. Just be like, yeah, we're going to execute for this amount of dollars. He's like, well, I was making 7 figures in WWE. He's like, yeah, but how can I take you seriously when your first match back in WWE, you lose to John Cena? It's like, but I beat the Undertaker streak. And it's like, yeah, but you still lost your first night in. Yeah, your W's and your L's are just not weighing very well. So then he's just like, I'm just kidding. You're the biggest star we have right now. Come on back. I don't know. I don't follow UFC. All I know is that some chick got her ear destroyed last pay-per-view. Okay, so now let's go back into this new stipulation that was acted on this Friday/Tuesday on Sci-Fi SmackDown. If John Cena's team loses, the Team Authority loses, they lose power. And presumably, rumor coming around is that Mick Foley will be back as the GM of the show. He'll be the authority figure, which doesn't make much sense. I should just bring back Vince for a while, and then like Triple H is like, I want my power back, and then they have like their potato match. But like if John Cena's team loses, then everyone on that team is fired. Now you done spoiled the match, because now we know for certain that Team Cena, and I'm putting this on paper, Team Cena is winning, with Cena as the sole survivor. Because there's no way in hell you're going to let your giant cash grab be even storyline fired, let alone kayfabe fired. They tried that shit once a few years ago with Bray Wyatt, or not Bray Wyatt, sorry, Wade Barrett, Nexus. He's like, you're part of the Nexus now. He lost the match and he's part of the Nexus. And he has to do whatever he says. And then he had a match for the world title, and he's like, okay, if you don't count my hand to 3, you are fired. And then he got fired, and then he was off the show for 1 week, and then he was back the next week. It's not happening. It's not happening. If it does, I will be pleasantly shocked. Maybe even kind of a quasi-heel turn if they fire everyone but Cena. And, like, Cena be like, here's the scenario I'm thinking on Monday night. If Authority wins, he's like, you can save them all. I changed my mind. I'm not going to fire anyone. You can save them if you give up your world title opportunity. And then Cena's just like, oh, what do I do? And then he'll be like, I'll get another opportunity, sure. And he's just like, oh, you give it up. That's it. You get no more opportunities at the WWE title. Because honestly, like, they really, really, really can't have John Cena WWE champion again. I mean, no one should pass Flair's. Even though the last few times Flair had it, it was Vince Russo's fault, and those real title wins. They technically do count, but that was at the time where half of the 28 title changes in 1 year. But yeah, I'm still saying Cena wins, lol, because there's no way in hell they're gonna let him. There's no way in hell they're going to fire him. Oh, and I lied. There's only 5 matches on the card, unless they put another like little thing in between. I know there's going to be like some type of celebrity. Oh, as I say, there are rumors going around that Roman Reigns will return. Randy Orton will return, and there are heavy rumors out there that Sting's going to appear. Now Spoony one, Noah Antwarler, has been tweeting that they're still rumoring Sting versus Taker at WrestleMania 31. You do not want this. I mean, it's nice that Sting signed, this deal, and he's in the video game. He got his DVD out. They're hopefully doing a documentary style thing about him, but he should not be in the ring anymore. I mean, the guy can still relatively go. I mean, his matches in TNA are not bad when he's, not knocking himself out on his own steel chair. He did help out that company quite a bit, but like he's done. And Taker's done too. Like Taker's been telling people too. He's like, don't rule out WrestleMania 31. I'll try and get there. But dude, like you got knocked out in the first 2 minutes of your match against Brock. You're done. Plus, two, you've beaten the streak. What else do you have left to do? The streak's been broken. Your legacy is done. You should just be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Don't come out, do the rest in peace like you did with Paul Bearer. I was like, I don't want... Undertaker needs to be put in the Hall of Fame, but I want to hear Mark Calloway speak. I want to hear him in a lengthy speech, 45 minutes to an hour. You give him his time. And then he can do his, Undertaker salute at the end, but, And since Paul Bearer's dead, Kane should induct him. Fuck Brother Love. Brother Love has no place to be inducting him. Anyways, those are my predictions for tonight. We'll see if they come true. The preview show I don't really care all that much about. So, yeah, I'll be live tweeting tonight. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. It should be down below. Link to my Twitter. Go follow me. I will be live tweeting all night. I'll be watching it live on the WWE Network for only $9.99 and $4.99 with my US unblock because fuck the Canadian version. And oh god, quickly before I go, Canada and UK is getting royally fucked by WWE and cable companies because Vince made this deal with Rogers in Canada, and now Sky's holding back the UK, saying, "Oh, we broadcast." Your pay-per-views, we don't want the network. I'm like, I think it's, for me, I know there's tons of videos out there telling you how to get the WWE network. I really think that I should make my own and, show it on, multiple devices. I have it on my PS3, I have it on my 360, and I have it on my Xbox One. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. But those are my predictions. I will get a review later on tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully upload it before Raw. And like I said, thank you guys for understanding that due to the stuff that's going on here, I can't really finish Wrestling Month. But I will try my best to extend it and get some other stuff out in the meantime. I think, though, for the coming week, though, just so that there's more activity on the channel, I'll post up the rest of Justice League Heroes. But thank you guys for listening to me ramble for 25 minutes or so. And, 22 minutes. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Let's hope this show's not crap. We'll see you tonight, live tweeting, and, reaction video tomorrow. Take care.